So I'm back. Hopefully you guys can hear me and all that. This is Restream. Hang on real quick. See how this is going. Hmm. Let's see if I can look at the chat comments or whatever. Because I might as well try it out now because StreamYard is giving me a headache. So with all this kicking me out and everything. So let's see. All right. So yeah, I was looking at that Black April video, whatever the last one I wanted to react to, and all that. Before I get back on the topic of Italian the Stallion, but basically this dude was all like, "Oh, well, you just got a problem with April because she got race swapped to black, and you don't like loud black girls or whatever." I'm like, "No, but April is not supposed to be a loud black girl." But okay, I mean, and plus, if I wanted like a loud black girl, I mean, we have. Let me pull up this character. Kimberly. True. Oops. We got Kimberly right here. Oops. See that? Like, cool. I don't see people complain about Kimberly, right? So, yeah, this whole thing about sorry, but yeah, if you really want like a really loud black girl character, or whatever. I mean, you got Kimberly from Street Fighter 6. She's an awesome character, man. She's got cool moves and everything, a cool theme. Like, come on. All right, so let me get to your boy, Italian the Stallion. We're gonna talk about his Ninja Turtles tonight. All right, which video? I think it was this one. But yeah, he was complaining about the Amazon. Well, it was good for its time, but people are just nostalgia. But I am getting the video game though, and I got the turtle blanket, so it's not like I like the '80s or anything. The '80s cartoon.
With me, and it's really comfortable. Just saying. But anyway, but I do because it's just like the '80s cartoon, and people are either too stupid to realize that, or just don't fucking care because it's more Ninja Turtles. Look,
80s cartoon. I mean, I love the Power Rangers crossover, and that's a lot like the 80s cartoon. I love the Archie comics. That's definitely like the 80s cartoon. Just a little bit more serious, though. I mean, there's plenty of like stuff that's based off the 80s cartoon, but it's actually pretty good.
I don't know how to say this, but dead. Ninja Turtles is no more. All this other stuff, Spider Man, right there. Um, Power
Up, so he's the main core.
you can try to make out some of this stuff here. Sonic, right? Please, but enough.
Yeah, I'm not weird guy Fender. I'm actually rewatching Voltron Lion Force and stuff, or not rewatching. I'm watching it sort of for the first time. I remember it coming on, but I never really checked it out like that. But yeah, but I am definitely watching Lion Force, and I think that might be a more better version compared to the DreamWorks version. But that's not to say that they can't remake it and do a better job, but they just didn't know what to really do when they were doing DreamWorks and stuff after like the first couple of seasons. They killed off Zarkon.
Shit, it's dead. It's over. Just stop it. And
Earlier I was talking about like for Mutant Mayhem. That I was just gonna like talk about that, like, well, not in a stream or whatever, but just roast that or whatever. The Mutant Mayhem stuff, but he definitely does get that wrong though, which I'll point out when he gets to what you call it.
it piggybacks off the '80s too much, and then people want to bitch and complain. And it's just have enough meat on the bone. It doesn't have any meat on the bone. It's just bone, and that's not healthy for you. And that's how you swallow it, and you choke and you die. So again, I've only seen a little bit of it. I don't understand why it gets the praise. Well, it did because you don't hear people talking about it anymore. The show is ended, but
Or something like no.
I never heard anybody talk about this show, mention this show, but it was called Greatest Ninja Turtles cartoon and everything. And that's what they do for everything. They're afraid to prove me wrong on that. The critics are so afraid that they're going to get killed because they dislike something. But this show got all this praise and everything, and nobody talks about it anymore. It was only that half of a percent of the internet or whatever, and they tried to.
I swear he must know some kind of like magic or something to keep making my videos, or what you call it, to make my YouTube videos keep, like, I don't know, buffering like this. But oh well. So, you guys have any questions and stuff? Ashes? That's some huge type of shit.
Turtles forever don't really care. We'll talk about it more. Since the show was ended, what, in 2017, I had never heard anybody put the show, mention the show. It was called the Greatest Ninja Turtles cartoon and everything. And that's what they do for everything else because the critics like something. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. The critics are so afraid that they're going to get killed because they do, but the cartoon cops, which is awesome, by the way. I'm sure Bobby's World right there. The toys didn't sell. It's always, well, Street Sharks, which is right there. Back to the Future, which is right there. They didn't sell enough toys. They didn't sell enough toys. It's always about the toy sales. But whatever. So at the end of the day, I have never been a fan of this cartoon for the reasons I will go over it once again for people that tuned out of the video or whatever. But I hate the character design.
Not
It's
too much like the 80s, but okay. I mean, they're much taller and stuff, and they got like a more kind of teenage look to them. Like Donatello's got his what you call it, his gap teeth and stuff. They all have different colored eyes though. Like Leonardo and Michelangelo's eyes are like blue. I would say like Leo's is more of a dark blue, and Michelangelo's is kind of like a baby or sky blue. Raphael's got green eyes, and Donatello has red eyes. So yeah. But other than that, though, I mean, Donatello's like the tallest, followed with Leonardo. Then it's between Michelangelo and Raphael, between like who's taller than. And then Michelangelo's got freckles. Raphael's got a little scar on his shell. Yeah.
the turtle. The humor sucked. It didn't have the different shit that we've all seen before. Whether it was the 80s cartoon, or the comic books, or some of the stuff with the movies. Oh, and then for Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're like, well, we're going to do stuff for Netflix. We're going to put on Netflix and make like movies for that when it never happened. Big shit. But I don't understand why the show got praised. I don't know why it was called the Greatest Ninja Turtles cartoon ever. Clearly, they only watched this
Around long enough to the show, you can probably see why.
It's not my favorite.
Because it got better and stuff, where it got more serious stuff. Like again, it started off kind of like a little bit of a slow burn for the first season, where we get like some flashbacks with Master Splinter and Shredder from time to time, or whatever, or the Turtles like learning some kind of moral lesson, and then it became more of like season two, where stuff started to happen, where drama with April and all that, where her dad got mutated, and the Turtles have been trying to like find a way to stop these newer mutants and stuff, and stop the Krang and Shredder, and then went back April, and then Casey's introduced. I mean, yeah, and then season three, um, they're completely at war with Shredder and all that stuff, and then they go into space, and then season four. They finish off the Shredder, or actually, well, no, season four is when they went into space, and then they finally finish off Shredder, and then season 5 is like the misadventures and all that stuff. But yeah, but I really wish the 2012 series could have been like the whatchamacallit, the definitive like Nickelodeon TMNT, because they kept doing this with like Rise, and then eventually they did it with Mutant Mayhem, where they're like, no, this is the new definitive TMNT. It's like, what? Just stick with one at a time. You had something going with the 2012 series, and you could have like really done more to kind of expand it, in my opinion. It was funny how he said that nobody was talking about the 2012 show when the YouTuber Geekly made a retrospective on the hit the same year, and it got 1,100,000 views as of now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's some Laurie type of shit. Nah, I don't think this guy's also some Laurie Hughes type of stuff. I mean, he has a bad opinion, sure, and he shares that with Laurie Hughes, but Laurie Hughes, he's a whole nother type of beast or a whole nother type of animal. He actually didn't see any episodes of the show, only premiere. Yeah, I think he watched a few episodes and he was like, I'm out. And stuff, he just didn't really give him much of a chance or whatever after that. And I'm just like, yeah, that's probably why. Oops. All right, I'm just trying to scroll down to these comments. Yeah, his video definitely has technical malfunctioning magic. And a lot of people did watch the 2012 series videos before or after his video. Yeah. The 2012 Turtles designs are perfect in my opinion, and the best we've got so far. Yeah, it is. Or it's fine the way it is. Like I don't got like a like major issue with it or anything. Bobby's World is an enjoyable yet average show about a boy and his imagination. It's nothing to um really write home about to be real with you. Well, welcome Ray Mania, Ray Sean Lamar. Rise on TMNT was good, but I get why Mutant Mayhem is, not the great compared to the previous two. Exactly, it is not. To be fair, Nickelodeon still uploads 2012 show moments on a separate YouTube channel. Yeah, because it's just that good.
This show sucks. And I bitched about this long enough. I definitely bitched about Ninja Turtles. One of the first videos I did to that people actually, not to toot my horn or anything, but people actually started paying attention to. I did a whole big, like an hour-long rant on Ninja Turtles because these characters keep getting screwed over and fucked over and boned over, and I'm tired of it. Why did they never re-release the 2003 cartoon, on DVD or Blu-ray? But it's on Paramount Plus or whatever they're
at. The 2012 series. Yep, you already know.
Why did this show, National 80s cartoon, not get a proper DVD release? Because the episodes are all out of order. We had entire seasons on a disc, which is like 13 episodes, which doesn't make any fucking sense. No features. They lost 2 of the episodes, and they found 2 of the episodes. Action movies, did the first one in a year. It beat Halloween, and then Blair Witch broke the record. No special features, no nothing. Secret of the Ooze, even though people shit on that movie, I love it. No special features, no nothing. Even I like Ninja Turtle 3. The only thing I like about the movie is the character design.
Which is Turtles in Time, and he loves Secret of the Ooze, but I don't like the 2012 series though, or even like Next Mutation. I'm like. And I'm sorry. I mean, I love Ninja Turtles, but I cannot watch all of Next Mutation. I mean, I gotta like get back to like watching it, but I'm just like, bro, I cannot watch all of this, man, because it's like, oof. I'm like, I'm serious, and no, it's not because of Venus or anything, but it's just like, yeah, I'm going to try to give it another try, but bear with me.
Because they went with a different company, because they said they would do it cheaper than Jim Henson. I just don't like the look of Turtles. And then also, the only 2 things, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the table here.
Opinionated.
But they keep getting boned over, but yet when the 2012 cartoon was on, wait, there's comic books? Wait, really? There's comic books? Wait, there's other cartoons? There's movies? This is weird. Besides the microwave ones, which again, the first one was god awful. The second one was a little bit better, but it still wasn't that good. And yet here we are. So I'll stick with these. I'll stick with the 2003 cartoon. I'll stick with the live action. Hell, I even like the CG movie, which was better. There's some cool stuff. And then I guess
is a lot better than the 2012 series. I can tell you that right there. All right. This dude who talked about the 2012 and TMNT. Yep. Nickelodeon re-released 2003 series on Blu-ray, so his videos ages worse than Note. Yes, yes, they have. Um, Joining Local Fox, may I join in, please? Sorry, Romania. I'm just doing this solo tonight, but if you guys want to like leave me questions and all that stuff, let me know, or we can definitely talk in like the future and all that stuff about like what we can do. That's but right now I'm kind of good. Let's see. He certainly sounds blinded by nostalgia. Yes, yes, he is. I mean, and sometimes nostalgia is a good thing, but then sometimes it can also be a bad thing too. He completely missed the point when the 2012 series show actually was trying to promote other cartoons, movies, and comics when reintroducing a lot of existing characters. Yeah, they really did. That's what I loved about the 2012 series as well, is that they found creative ways of actually like introducing the characters back into like from like either the 80s or whatever back into the stories. Not every single character, but a lot of them though. Like I love some of the newer origins and stuff or newer takes and all that for the 2012 series. IDW was good at doing that too, but then once we got past issue 100, it was like, why? All right. Um, I'm gonna play this other video. Hang on. All right, I'm back. So if he's going to proper review on the cartoon, he needs to watch it in entirety and give both positive and negative feedbacks on it, so he could come off as honestly than petty. Exactly. That's how I do feel about reviews sometimes. That if you're going to give like an honest review on something or a rant, then you might as well like sometimes watch the whole thing completely, unless it's like really that bad or it's like that painfully offensive, like the Good Times reboot of Velma. At that point, I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, sometimes some things just don't deserve the benefit of the doubt or just doesn't deserve a chance like that. But 2012 series though, I mean, yeah, it definitely deserves its flowers, especially if people are talking like, you know, if people are have good things to say about it or have bad things to say about it, then if you're actually going to review it, then just yeah, you might as well watch the entirety of it. Wouldn't hurt. But for the Tales of TMNT, I'm not gonna. I already know that show is gonna be trash anyways, so I don't have to really watch it to know because they're gonna just double down on the mistakes because they pretend like it's a success or something. Muckman, Future Toy, the '80s crossover, the Rat King, Baxter Stockman, etc. Exactly. They reintroduced a lot of those characters. Stockman I wouldn't really say is much of a reintroduction because he's always been in like every TMNT show except for like maybe Next Mutation, but still, he's a lot more like his '80s counterpart though. Um, a little bit, like a little bit of a pencil pusher, and then he gets mutated into a fly and all that stuff. But still, he is still dangerous though. All right, let's see. Do you find it do you find it ironic that Greg Sipes as Mikey fought Mark Hamill as Cavaxes again when knowing about Super Robot Monkey Monkey Team? Yeah, it's a little interesting. I mean, because I know when you really think about it though, Ciro Nicali, if I'm pronouncing his name right, him and Greg Sipes have like a really good friendship and stuff. And Greg Sipes has voiced a lot of the characters that he has created and stuff on certain shows. So like Teen Titans, you had Beast Boy. TMNT, you have Michelangelo, and then who else did you have? And then Chiro, of course, for Super Robot Monkey Team, and then Mark Hamill, he voices Cavaxes, and then on what's his face, uh, on TMNT, and then he voices the Skeleton King on Super Robot Monkey Team. So yeah. Speaking of which, I was kind of even doing a drawing and stuff too of Super Robot Monkey Team and stuff earlier. I actually might. Well, I'll probably show you guys my drawings real quick. Actually, let me pause my mic because I don't want you hearing all the background noise or whatever when I drop my mic. So, how'd you guys like my drawings? Pretty neat, huh? But yeah, I did some of those a couple of days ago, and I did some today. So yeah, I was drawing some Super Robot Monkey Team. But yeah, yeah. But it's more of like a working relationship kind of thing. Because even outside of Super Robot Monkey Team, like what's his face, Ciro Nicali, he's also had like Seth Green, who voices Chris Griffin. I don't know why I was about to say Chris Thorndyke, but Chris Griffin from Family Guy and stuff. Like you know, he voices Leonardo later on after Jason Briggs steps down, and not to mention Seth Green is also the creator of Robot Chicken too. So there's that. Um, Rob Paulson. Um, I don't know how he got involved with Rob Paulson, but it's Rob Paulson. But yeah, but some of those other guys like Tom Kenny, Clancy Brown, and stuff like Tom Kenny voices what's his face, Dr. Rockwell, or Clancy Brown voices Chris Bradford and all that. Dog Pound or Razar. But yeah, God, Jesus, I still regret watching that whole series of Hood Times. Yeah, yeah, that's why I chose to avoid it because I'm like, nah. I mean, I know it's gonna like it was like when I saw like let me just say this when I saw Velma last year and stuff, I already knew it was gonna be bad, but I just had to see how bad it was. Okay, after I watched Velma, I was like, okay, there is nothing, and I mean nothing. I'm just like, man, how do you keep getting worse and worse with these shows from back to back? Like I've seen worse, and now I can really say I've seen worse, and I'm just like, oh my god, how do you make the shows so bad, man? So like Good Times, I'm like nah. Especially since I haven't watched the original Good Times, I'm like no, I have not watched the original Good Times, and I'm not going to start here with Good Times. Okay, okay. Although I have been listening to this one guy named Killalicious, he's been reacting to Good Times and stuff, so I've been listening to him look at it and all that stuff. But I'm not actually watching Good Times. I'm just looking at his reaction though. But even that is still like, god damn, I just don't got the stomach for it, man. Not right now. Not right now. I'm like, nah. That used to be JetX Fox Kids. That was a long time ago. Oh yeah, you very good draws. These characters from Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce go the good old days, our childhood. Exactly. Jonah Low Fox, these drawings are awesome. Now that's an underrated show. Yes, yes, it is. And thank you. Pretty on par with actual show's art style. It's interesting. Zero is heavily inspired on more simplistic classic Astro Boy style. Yeah, I think a lot of anime artists back in the day used to love to draw like sort of like that way, or that was like the norm for them. So if you look at like some stuff like Go Nagai's earlier work, or like who else has some earlier work? Yeah, like a lot of people, or like I guess Dragon Ball or whatever. A lot of people base their stuff off of like Asuma Tuazaka's work and stuff, since he was like the golden standard. So I had a question. You remember Obi and Star Racer? No, I do not. I don't even think I've ever heard of it, to be honest with you. But if I ever saw an image of it, I'll probably remember. Why would make a Good Times cartoon right after Norman Lear's drop dead, or I guess after his death? I don't know. I really don't know. And it's just like, yeah, and that's distasteful too. And looking at it, I'm just like, oh god, this is unfunny. This is going to be more deconstruction, more just. I'm like, nah, man. There's other ways to make me laugh in more simple ways, but this doing all this, like I'm hearing something about this one boy getting mutated into a chicken and laying eggs, or cockroaches and all that stuff, or whatever. Uh, what else? What other jokes they had on that, or something about a hood rat, like all that stupid stuff. I'm just like, oh no. Obian Racers. I remember watched all episodes of Obian Star Racers, and YouTube just went revisiting my childhood. Speaking of which, I remember like my school, we used to joke about cockroaches. Like my school was called Central, and we used to call the cockroaches there the Central roaches and all that stuff because they were so big or whatever. And yeah, it was gross. But just in a show or cartoon, I'm like, nah, bro. Like there's other ways to make me laugh, and this is not one of them. All right, I'm gonna start the video. This should be funny.
What's up? Fabio here once again, and I'm gonna do something very different what I've done in the past. As you can see by the title, welcome to the epic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles rant. And tonight, I'm gonna talk all about why Ninja Turtles is
Hold on, I'm gonna share the screen in a second. Hang on. Hang on. Freak out, kid. Don't do that. This dude got mad because they canceled his World of Warcraft account. This is like a long time ago, a very old video. Um, and these guys are way older than me, but still, this is like an right here, 15 years ago. Yeah, But yeah, this is what that guy looks like though. Hang on. Be like that. He looked like that kid right there. All right. I'm gonna get back on the video. Hang on, hang on. Don't forget Hood Times. Period. Episode is going to get both us disturbing as women. I regret. Oh God, to watch the sickness of my woman. Yeah, don't remind me of the thing. Like, wait, I saw the guy's reaction. I know. I know what you're referring to. Wow, that is some autistic rage for real. He was like, yeah, he got hella videos about that too. He looks like though. In the classic, just like the Vino recordings now, but I don't have any of it at all. Dang. I mean, for me, I mean, I love having DVDs and stuff and like kind of reflecting on stuff, where I can watch it on my own personal thing. I know streaming services and all that stuff, and people can skip by on that. But I also like looking at stuff like the special features or like looking at other languages and stuff. Well, mainly either just English or if I'm watching like anime or something, it's definitely going to be Japanese subbed or something. But that's just me. I love that kind of thing. Although we do live in an era now where we can just get all the stuff digital and all that, but you know how it is. Like materialistic, pretty much. Black Queen, give me Boondocks and Family, the original, any day over the fake Good Times reject. Exactly. All right, back to the video. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was going to also say, I've read the original Mirage, and I'm not saying that the original Mirage wasn't good or anything. It was definitely good. I loved it, but it wasn't as like, in my personal opinion, I don't think it was that violent. It is violent, of course, and very dark, but it's not like as dark as he's trying to make it seem like. Yeah, the turtles killed and all that stuff or whatever. But I feel like a lot of people kind of overhype it sometimes. I'm like, nah, bro, it wasn't all that edgy trash or whatever. I'm like, nah, it was dark, definitely, definitely, definitely. Like Casey killed it. He killed a dude in self defense. What else? In the first comic, the turtles killed the purple dragons and stuff. They didn't just simply beat them up. They straight up killed them, just like that opening scene in the 2003 cartoon. But in the 2003 cartoon, they just beat them up, and here they just killed them ruthlessly. Like I think it was like 15 people, and then later on they went and killed the Shredder. So yeah. So I mean, don't get me wrong, it can be dark, but it wasn't like it was like crazy over the top. Like nah, like a gore fest and all that. Like no, no, no. It was yeah. But personally, myself, I just prefer something a little bit more tame, if you know what I mean. Like I said, I like the Archie stuff. So yeah. To be fair, I still got the VHS player and a set of cassettes since I got lucky to have them when I was a kid. That's pretty nice. I have some. I used to have some VHS tapes at my They're at my mom's house actually, but I don't. We don't have a like like a TV for that anymore. So yeah, they're just there. I like this here. Hang on. This doesn't 2012 series. Back. Every day. Okay. Did I? Yes. I hope you guys can hear it pretty well. No, I was saying my thing was reconnecting or something. Um, there it is. All right. I think it's better now. Um, said that well, the '80s was only good for its time. He was so this man was basically crapping on which it's like, well, the '80s was only good for its time and all that stuff, but he's also begging for reruns. Like, okay, but yeah, oh, the 2012 series is terrible. Okay. It's now, I believe, because I was like literally watching. What was I watching Paramount? Oh yeah, the Knuckles. Um, and they were advertising that they got all the Ninja Turtle stuff on. They were advertising that they have all the Ninja Turtle stuff on what's its face on Paramount now. So there is that. Now that is weird because I guess you guys can't hear him. Interesting. Audio. All right, let's try that again. Why does he look like Mr. Anime? I mean, we got Boomerang for that. Low key, he does. Just a lot more bigger. I'll stop sharing the screen and now try again. Yeah, he definitely does look like that guy, though. I just searched him up. I'm like, huh, you know what? He really does look like him. All right, let me know if you guys can hear the video or not. Man, this dude got a mouth on him, bro. Hang on. Let me pause that right quick. Still no audio somehow. All right, I'm going to take that down. Were you guys able to hear audio from before, though? Hang on. All right, here we are.
Fuck I'm talking about. But when I was a kid, years I'm 20 years old, 15, years ago,
About
I had to
31
sit
now.
on my ass in front of a TV to watch TV. Now I have every fucking
That's not
season
very
of
constructive, but okay.
whatever, you know. That's why I hate this fucking technology. That's got good things and bad things. Fucking TVs anymore. There aren't TV channels anymore. It's gonna be on your fucking iPod or your iPad or your Kindle or whatever, and people are gonna
I can hear it on my phone, but if anyone else has that problem, hit me up or like let me know. But I'm gonna keep playing and stuff. I was hearing it on my phone a second ago, so I'm like, that's weird. Sit on your ass. Oh yeah, we know. To be honest with you, he knows more TV than me. I don't really care about any of that. So when we get back to the turtles, okay, this is pretty gay. Now he really sounds like Laurie Hughes. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, I was going in and out because I keeps popping up and saying like it's recalibrating or whatever. But I'm gonna just keep powering it through because it seems like it's pretty decent right now. It is raining for where I'm at, but not hard though. Not like earlier though. Much. Yep. They look like some 4-year-old kid drew it. Okay. Okay. And again, I'm not saying their designs are like the most simplistic or the most complicated. I mean, it's kind of like I mean, it's fine. But continue. The party wagon, which they did have the party wagon in the 2012 series. They have the shell raiser. They have two vehicles. The shell raiser, or they have more than just two vehicles. But I mean, like as far as cars and stuff go, they have the shell raiser, which is a whole train car, and then they got the party wagon, which is April's dad's car and stuff that he used to ride back in the 70s. So there is that. It's pretty nice. Which is a reference to the 87, this with the party wagon. But I definitely do like the name of the battle shell from the 2003 cartoon. That was pretty cool. Most people are, I guess, in Hollywood. Moving on. Me as well. It makes me happy. Huh. I definitely see what you mean. I cannot hear it on. Well, I can hear it obviously since I'm listening to the video, but I can't hear it on the what you call it. Hang on. All right, let's try that one out. Nah, it's still not working. Stop. Face. Well, let's try this again. I mean, to be honest with you, you guys didn't really miss nothing. He pretty much ranted about something about 9/11, terrorism, blah blah blah. He hates Hollywood. That that's basically about it. This has nothing to do with Ninja Turtles.
Rape and pillage and kill and destroy and take what they want. And if you don't have the balls to stand up to them and do something, you're going to get killed and your family's going to feel sorry and they'll probably get killed too. I hate to say it, but it's probably going to happen. Because people are tired of the way things have been run in this country. Don't blame Bush. Don't blame Clinton. It all started with Ronald Reagan. If you look at your history, it started with Ronald Reagan. Just read a Stop watching videos. Stop listening to your friends. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about either. Read a book. Look at statistics. Look at papers. See, remember those? Remember paper?
Remember paper? Remember books? Yeah, they teach. Okay, do your fucking homework before you open your mouth. Let's move on to the DVDs. Let's go. First of all, they're probably not going to come out on Blu-ray.
Exactly, Ashes. What does 9/11 got to do with TMNT? This dude is talking like a mad dog with all this cursing and all this rambling. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out because I don't know why you guys can't hear him. So yeah, what do you guys think so far of the stream and stuff, and some of these people that we were talking about? So we could probably chat about this to keep that ball rolling. As far as I've seen, a lot of people will laugh at him and his two buddies, Rema for life and OCP. Probably more people I could probably talk about for either having tantrums or not understanding things that they are reviewing or just being straight up assholes. Yeah. And again, I mean, I'm not saying he's an asshole for having his opinion or whatever. I mean, he can have his opinion, but I'm just saying, like, you can't be clowning other people or you can't just be disrespecting other people's opinions like that because they differ from your own, you know? This dude is going full animal shit. Who brings up 9/11? I like the stream. I don't mind not hearing the audio because he'll probably just sound like a know-it-all dork. Oh no, he does. He really does sound like a know-it-all dork. Completely. Say about French Canadian. Taking me out like it was before. So that's a bonus. Let's see. And he's back.
Obligation to inform them of future releases. So Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman have to sit on their hands, and then you have to fucking tell them
An Eastman or something.
why. Since they can show reruns. I know in Canada there's not much to do because it snows all the time. So I mean, props.
All right, I'm gonna keep moving on because all he's just doing is talking about DVDs and stuff. And I moving on. Simpsons. Moving on. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Apparently not with the audio. Hmm. So, did you guys get anything for Free Comic Book Day? Let me know what you guys got. I definitely got some stuff. I was not expecting them to have some stuff for anime, like One Piece, Dragon Ball Super, and all that. Um, they have this little thing on Ace, a little side story. I know they have a novel and stuff, so I'm assuming it's mostly like following Ace's adventures from then before he joined Whitebeard Pirates and all that.
I'm trying to find it.
But that's my guess. And I
Okay.
got a bunch of
The
other stuff
film
too, so that's
was a
pretty cool.
commercial success and
As
was
you guys
praised by the large
saw on my
fan
community
base.
tab.
Who gives a fuck what the critics say? The movie opened at the box office on March 30th, 1990, earning a #1 spot over the weekend and taking in more than $25 million. The film turned out to be a
That a whole Wikipedia or something.
put it on the DVD. Interview with Ice. Yeah, I loved the Ninja Turtles. It was huge at that time. I really enjoyed or Laserdisc for that matter. God damn. Watch him morph and go fight the fucking monster. Batman put the fucking mask on and beat the shit out of the Joker. Superman, fly around Superman
Fly
shit.
around
Spider-Man,
and
shoot
use
fights. X-Men, fight robots, the Sentinels, whatever. Fucking Justice League, go fight whoever you're fighting in that episode. That's all we care about. We just want to be fucking entertained. Mountain Dew's good.
that must be that lean, that Hennessy.
That's all we care about.
I'm
We
sorry, I don't drink,
care
so.
about fucking Kim Kardashian giving a blowjob to Black in a row or whatever. So we don't care that Britney
That's
Spears
completely
has
random.
shaved her head
I only got
and her pubic region, and it's about Avril Lavigne, Jack
Free comic book
Kroger,
day, the
and
Night
fucking
Watcher
his dick
comic. I did
on
get that.
stage. We don't care about any. We don't care.
If there's a killer on the loose, I would probably care about that. But nah, he passed away now, so.
20 minutes. That's all I want to keep for the cartoon. For the movie,
Still no.
this movie's an hour and a half. All I care about. Just want to be entertained. I want to be happy. And rightfully deserve on DVD. Just go ahead and say it. Fuck Michael Bay. There's a fight scene. Fuck it all. Because it's going to.
I mean, the motion capture, the fight, and all that are good. Now, if you guys can't hear me talking about and all that stuff, and the motion capture guys and the fight choreography, I'm like, I mean, the fight choreography was actually pretty decent inside the Michael Bay movies and stuff. I'll say that much. I wasn't again a fan of the designs and the story itself, but I mean, the second movie to me was my favorite. First movie, it was okay, but I just wasn't really feeling it though, me personally. But yeah, let's continue.
So, I'm not going to go see it. You're sure I'm not going to go see it. Little kids who don't know what the real Ninja Turtles are going to go see it. That's fine. They can
Bay. I mean, it was actually pretty nice. I mean, stuff you cannot deny. I mean, look, I have my qualms with the Michael Bay stuff, but come on, the fight between Splinter and Shredder was actually a pretty decent fight, though, and whatnot. Like that was a pretty cool fight. Like, yeah, and I mean, it is CGI, but what else did you expect? I mean, come on, like they can't be dressed up in like the puppet suits and stuff or the little costumes and all that. I'm like, nah. Um, it worked back then, but now, um, yeah, they can definitely do this in CGI and stuff. It's just that, like me personally, I'm just like they went too realistic on the character models, which I wasn't really a fan of. She's complaining that the Ninja Turtle stuff will be PG-13, even though Ninja Turtles. I mean, like I said, Ninja Turtles. I've rarely seen Ninja Turtles ever cross into like something that would be like for mature, like a mature audience. I mean, because to be honest with you, even though like I know TMNT can definitely go dark, or they have certain things like hell. I just read the Shredder in Hell comic. Um, I would say that's between like I mean I'm pretty sure a teenager definitely can handle that. That storyline is not like that dark of a story and all that. Or there's some stuff like I guess body count and stuff, which is pretty gory. It's been a while since I've like checked that one out. But body count, image was pretty, yeah, image was pretty wild. But I wouldn't really like say it's rated R. Last Ronin is rated R. But my point is though is like, so what if it's PG-13? I'm like, yeah, that suits the Ninja Turtles bill. Even the Mirage stuff is like, yeah, because again, he kind of overhypes it, or he's like, well, Mirage, it was all about them beating up the bad guys. They killed people. They didn't care. They drank beer and all that stuff. They didn't talk about pizza and all that silly stuff. I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't mind them talking about pizza and stuff. You know what I mean? Because they love pizza. I'm like, that's you associate like it's kind of ingrained to this point that the turtles are they love pizza. That's their thing. Just like how chili dogs are to Sonic, pretty much. But but yeah, I still think I still think Mountain Chase is the best action scene in the movie and one of the best fight scenes in the franchise. I don't know about in the franchise, but probably yeah. I definitely know what you're talking about when Raphael was helping out April and Viren and stuff fight those guys off and stuff. Probably it doesn't really stand out to me personally, but you know, but that yeah, but Viren was funny in there. I remember my cousin was telling me he was like before I saw the movie and stuff, he was like, yeah, that dude was staring at April's butt and everything and all that stuff, and then almost crashed a car. But yeah, it's not Spawn Dark exactly. Speaking of which, TMNT actually had a crossover with Spawn one time. It wasn't like a big comic or anything, but it was like I think a little bit of a short story where they were just fighting Spawn and stuff, and they were kind of getting beat up. But still, that was pretty cool. But yeah, but no, TMNT is not like that dark or anything or whatever. Um, yeah, like and I don't really want TMNT to really go that edgy. I mean, if it like with like Lazar Ronin and stuff, that's cool. But yeah, yeah. Let's get back to him. do with 2012, but Super Robot Monkey Team also killed people. So what? That means Jiro snapping one of the cultists' neck, making the show just as edgy as Mirage. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, the turtles also like, yeah, they killed, but it wasn't like it was like that brutal or anything, or they were like, oh, they're complete psychopaths or something. Like, no, they only just did it out of like necessity, or if it was like out of survival and stuff or whatever. But yeah, because even later on down the line, like Leo was like, um, I mean, because I remember this there was this one storyline from Tales of TMNT, and this is one of my favorite comics and stuff, especially with Leo and stuff where he was teaming up with this guy named Chaucha. I've talked about this a couple of times, but Chaucha killed his wife's killer in a church and stuff, and Leo was helping him. But he didn't, he was like, Leo wanted to turn him in. He didn't want to like kill the guy. So he got all mad about that and they got into a fight over it. But yeah, I mean, they were developing qualms and stuff and like all that. And Chaucha was like, well, what about you? You told me you killed which call is Shredder and stuff because he killed your master's master and all that. Yeah, and Leo's like, yeah, we had to live with that sin for a while and everything. But this, I like, yeah, like Leo didn't want that for him though. So yeah, let me get back on track with this. Why do you always gotta remake stuff? Oh my god! And look, don't get me wrong. TMNT. I would say like this. All right. I kind of sort of agree with him on that. Not from this point when he was talking about the 2012 series, because he is talking about the 2012 series. But I mean, like, just stick with one version of TMNT and just build off of it. Don't just like be like, okay, well, this is that version, and this is going to be like one version in the corner of this, and this version in the corner of that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't really correlate, in my opinion. So that's what I was saying. Like with IDW, like they had the chance with the comics and stuff and the video game, which I know the video game is technically non-canon, but it could have been like an Ultimate Spider-Man thing where like they had a game in they had a game in the of course the comics and all that stuff. The game was supposed to be canon to the comics, but I think they just made it non-canon or whatever. But that's what Mutant Mayhem basically is to the video game is to IDW, where it is based off the IDW counterparts and stuff, but it's not exactly like canon within the universe and stuff, you know or it doesn't like like the game doesn't actually happen from the comics' perspective. So yeah, because Shredder doesn't become Super Shredder or anything, or none of these events really happen like that. But still, I was just saying though, like if they just made a show or something like that, like based off like the comic or something or whatever, what I mean? No one version of this, that, and the third, just something a little bit more linear. I like the story about Leo having a relationship with a superhero called Radical. Um, and avenging her death by cutting the murderer in half. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, Radical and stuff. What was her name? Shadowheart and stuff, like her real name. But yeah, like Leo was in a relationship with her, and then she got killed by this dude named Carnage, or um, yeah, like what was the name? You said Carnage, right? Um, yeah, but he was like I remember his name was Carnage, but it was something Carnage, and he was like some kind of stone demon or something, and basically like Leo had cut him in two after he had killed his girlfriend and all that stuff. And then after that, Leo kind of just got older and just like, well, just kept to himself after that. And I was like, damn. But yeah, yeah, that's pretty much Leo. It kind of fleshed out that relationship probably a little bit more. And again, I mean, for remakes and stuff, if it's like I don't know years apart and stuff, and I'm not talking about something that just came out like 2 years ago and now we're just gonna remake it. It's like what? Because you went from like okay, well, let me use like I'll use the 2012 Rise and I'll use Mutant Mayhem as a couple of examples. Okay, so 2012 you had something pretty solid there with like it came out in 2012, then it went up all the way up to like 2017 and stuff. That was kind of like the modern Turtles and stuff. Let's say that, and then we go from like that to like Rise, which is 2018, whatever, whatever, new reboot or whatever. We aged back the turtles and stuff. They got superpowers and all that stuff. Goes on for 2 seasons. We go into what 2020 and stuff. Then it's on a hiatus or whatever, or no, it kind of gets canceled. And then they have a Netflix movie which came out like what 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And then what happened? And then we go into Mutant Mayhem, which came out last year and stuff, which has nothing to do with all this other stuff. So that's what I mean by like Jesus Christ, like you know what I mean, like the reboots and stuff. I'm like, if you gotta at least follow through with something, or like the IDW comics, which is still running around this time. It was like yeah, the IDW comics is the longest running TMNT comic and all that stuff, like ever has like the most issues and everything but there's nothing that really coordinates that with that. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, so let's say if you are a fan of Rise, how are you going to get into the comics if it's drastically different? Or if you're into the comics, how are you going to get into a Rise or whatever, you know? So that's where I'm at on reboots. So I'm just saying, like, if you're going to do a reboot or something, just at least have, like, make sure it's good and make sure, like, you have something for all the audience and stuff. But that's my opinion. At least he got a Japanese wife and one that lives in Mirage Comics. Yeah. I mean, I feel like Nickelodeon should have waited with Rise. We were still grieving over the 2012 show ending. Probably. But that's not my problem with Rise. My problem with Rise is just that, like, to be honest with you, I'm like, if they remake Ninja Turtles, and here's my honest opinion, I just want them to start off as just young adults and stuff. I'm tired of always going back to them being 15 or whatever. I mean, I was cool with 2012 because obviously I was a kid around that time, anyways. But still, 2012 was fine. They were growing, maturing, um, and all that stuff. But I'm just saying, like with a reboot or something, just start them off at least in their 20s or something. Like they can be in their early 20s, they can be young adults, they could be even 18, maybe. Just something where it feels like all that progression and all that other stuff that we just saw previously at least amounted to something, and that they're actually like skilled and trained, like ninja masters and all that stuff, versus them going back and having to relearn the same lessons over again time and time and again. You know what I mean? Right. Like X-Men '97. The reason why I said that its revival was done right is because not only does it tell the original series, I mean stories, but it kept the characters consistent. Yeah, I agree. I actually like the X-Men '97 show. If you remember, I was talking about that with nerd culture and all that stuff. Yeah, we completely disagreed on that one. But yeah, X Men '97 though, I think it's a pretty decent show, and I still think it's pretty good so far. I got nothing against it. At first, I really thought that show was not going to be good. And I was like, man, they're just using the old '90s X Men cartoon just for clout. Basically, they're trying to use it like, and I thought they were doing it in a Proud Family kind of way, where we're going to bring him back, but we're going to put all this agenda and stuff in it. And I've seen all the episodes, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't see the agenda, like except for the stuff with Morph maybe a little bit, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. Like if you're looking at like, oh well, this is leftist propaganda. No, I don't see it. I'm like, no, this is a very fair assessment. Honestly, Rise Turtles growth actually feels like when you look at them in the pilot episode and then the show finale in the movie. Yeah, I guess. You know where I stand on Rise. You know how I always be saying that, but And I got nothing against like the turtles having powers and stuff or whatever, but it's just like Rise. I hate the exaggeration and stuff with certain characters and stuff, and I just felt like to be like most of the film was on top of it.
I don't even really want to talk about this, but since we're here, let's talk about this new fucking CGI series.
All right, he's about to talk about the 2012 series in the last 3 minutes.
Because it's fucking stupid. I just showed you the fucking clip. They got okay. They got Raphael on the original series. He's doing the voice of Donatello. Got Jason Biggs doing Leonardo.
Jason Briggs, not Biggs.
Sean
Sean Austin.
Astin's doing somebody. I forget. I'm just saying no. They look like they're fucking little kids. They look like a 4-year-old kid drew them. They're saying something.
Rise though, they've made them completely sound like Zoomers. Now that was one of my problems with Rise was that they made them sound completely like Zoomer kids, and I hated that part about Rise for sure. But 2012, I mean, they at least sounded naturally. Mutant Mayhem, God, Jesus Christ, they really, really doubled down. And I just was like, yo, look, most of us, especially as grown adults and stuff at this point, look, I mean, being a teenager was fun and all, but we're kind of tired of it. It's like the Spider Man thing where they try to age down Spider Man to always be a teenager and stuff, or he's forever a teen. He's always at high school getting bullied and all. That was old. Okay, he's moved on. He's went to college. He's gotten married. Blah blah blah. Um, had his own company and everything. Even though that kind of sort of crashed and burned for some weird reason. Spider Man's kind of already done it all and stuff, but now he's kind of just being cucked, and people are hating that, and people are more invested into like the Ultimate Spider Man thing that they got going on right now, where he's married and he's got kids and all that stuff, and he's like in his 30s. So there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I love Street Fighter Six because Street Fighter Six they at least show the characters aged up, and they got like proteges and students and stuff, and they got good relationships and stuff with them. So like Balrog, you can probably say he don't really have a lot of depth to his character, but with that guy Ed and stuff, the character that he took in, that got the little psycho on the little psycho power and all that stuff, and he's like a boxer and stuff. Yeah, Balrog trained him, and he cares about Ed and stuff. Even though he is a villain, but still. Or like Lee Fen, Chun Li's adopted daughter and stuff. There's her, and honestly, I think Ken's son, which called Mel Masters. I wish Mel could have been a playable character inside Street Fighter Six. They definitely need to put Sean back in Street Fighter Six though. But yeah, they could have made Mel like a playable character. I wish they would definitely do that somewhere down the line. But yeah, I'm like, it's all interesting. You know, like friendships and stuff like that and character progression. Like I'm looking at like I was watching like I said Voltron Lion Force and stuff and in there. Um which go on Lion Force, the Voltron Lion pilot guys, like the Voltron pilots, basically they got these like three kids that they are mentoring and stuff, and they have like this, student mentor relationship with them, obviously, and they're just like trying to get them ready, or the kids, sometimes they're either getting into trouble or they're getting in the way, or they're actually helping out and stuff, the pilots whenever they might need it. So yeah. But yeah, sorry, I was kind of rambling. And okay, I think that's why. Oh yeah, and that's why I don't associate myself with those woke people because they make assumptions about everything and everyone. I don't see X Men '97 as woke series. It's just a love letter to the '90s. Yeah, yeah, like that's why sometimes I'm starting to take a like recently. I'm starting to take more of a inward look on the whole woke thing and all that. Don't get me wrong. Wokeness, I do not like it at all. There are some shows I can kind of tolerate with the whole woke stuff or whatever to a degree. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I watch Owl House and stuff. I think it's a pretty nice show and stuff. I know it's clearly woke and stuff, and there's some stuff where I'm just like, I laugh. at it. But yeah, but I mean, but I'm like, it's not bad. Or like, what else is woke? Dragon Prince. I like Dragon Prince. I know it's completely woke and stuff, but it's not bad. I like it. So yeah, but sometimes though, it's just like, um, not to say that they don't got a point here and there, but it's just like, yeah, but how long are we gonna keep being more like negative or keep putting down stuff or whatever? Why not just find things or like look at things that like uplift us, you know? But that's how I feel. All right, Booyaka Shah is a great catchphrase honoring the Teen Titan cyborgs. Booyah. I didn't know that. I know Greg Sipes kind of came up with that though. He, you know, because he voices Michelangelo and stuff. Um, excuse me. I think I saw in an interview that he kind of just came up with it on the fly. He said he was like, "Yeah, it just came to my mind and stuff like Booyaka Shah," and it's a pretty good catchphrase. And yes, they do use Cowabunga as well. I mean, Cowabunga is pretty old, but when they heard the '80s Turtles were using it and stuff, you know, Michelangelo's like, "Hey, Mikey, you don't mind if I use that catchphrase too?" It's like only if I get to use Booyaka Shah. All right, bet.
I'm stupid. I think they said it in the clip that I showed. So I'm sure this is gonna get banned because I showed a fuck clip. Because you changed the fucking Ninja Turtles website, you cocksuckers. Why? That was a great website and you fucked it up. Pieces of shit.
Piece of shit.
So that's gonna fucking suck. CGI, you know, I'd rather not. I'm not even gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch any of it.
All right, that's
So
fine.
count me out for that. It's just fucking depressing the way
Or
that
like,
Ninja
what was
Turtles has
it?
been
Teen Titans
treated.
Go.
But
Yeah, they're not
anyway,
that bad.
you know, it's just why? We don't deserve it. None of us do. This video is already an hour. Who cares? So, in conclusion, over on everything. They want to remake shit. They want to fucking, you know, change everything. You know, they want to be difficult with DVD releases and VHS releases and Laserdisc releases and Blu-ray releases. They don't care. They're just doing it because they know they can make money off of it. What a surprise. And once again, I'm just going to say it's unfair to us, the fans, the loyal, dedicated fans. It's sickening. It's sickening and it's heartbreaking. Like I said, I just want to cry.
Man, tears.
I wasn't crying. I was clearing my. It's bullshit. Once again, it's bullshit. Bullshit.
I thought it was fuck. It was his favorite
But
word,
anyway,
apparently. But no,
thanks for
true.
watching. If you like it, thank you. If you don't, fuck you. Thanks for
Well, I guess
watching.
fuck me then,
Take
right?
care, guys.
No
We'll see you
homo.
next time. Peace.
All right. So, The Owl House is a good show. The holds the legacy of Gravity Falls, just like Amphibia. And I like the LGBT relationship with the main character because it's actually well written and not just thrown in there. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, it's pretty decent and stuff. Like pretty decent, like well written and stuff. For me, I say it's a little generic or it's a little cliche. That's my only knock really at Owl House, that and the over push of the whole gay stuff. But I don't mind it entirely, and it being generic or I know generic sounds bad or basic or whatever sounds bad, but I don't think it's like, yeah, but I don't think in this case what I'm using it as, I don't think that's that bad. I mean, sometimes simple is just good, or it can be good. But yeah, but that's the end of his rant and stuff. Obviously, like I said, I completely disagree with what he had to say and all that stuff. Let me try to share. I'm gonna probably show you guys what I've been up to. Hmm. YouTube, Chrome. Nope. Sorry, I'm trying out something. Nope. Oh well. But yeah, as you know, I'm working on a little animation and stuff. Raphael and Alopex and stuff. Um, Pretty much because, and I know it's almost about to be 12 o'clock in like 3 minutes, but I'm in the stream in a second. What was I gonna say? I'm working on animation and stuff. I'll probably have it ready in a couple of days. I should have been working on it today, but it was Free Comic Book Day, and I want to do the stream, I guess. And then I read some of these comics, and and I was drawing Super Robot Monkey Team and watching Samurai Jack, so kind of got sidetracked. But anyways, I'll work on it tomorrow. I don't know when I'll have it out, but yeah, it shouldn't take long. But my Alopex and Raphael thing, I'm making this thing where Alopex will apologize to Raphael because I didn't like how in the comics in the IDW comics, because I like the relationship between Raphael and Alopex, and I hated how Sophie Campbell like literally destroyed Alopex's character in my opinion, and she was also like belittling Raphael's character. So the little thing I showed in the community tab, that's just a portion of what I have so far. It'll definitely look a lot more finished later, hopefully, but that's the dialogue and stuff. But it's gonna be like Alopex's official apology to Raphael and stuff about the stuff that she said about him and all that stuff. Because I just felt like, yeah, she was completely like a selfish jerk and stuff, and she was kind of a bitch too because pretty much because of Armageddon game, she didn't want to like. And I'm not saying like, and I know I've said this a bunch of times, but I got nothing against Alopex for like not wanting to work with the shredder and stuff, but basically she casted away the turtles and stuff. She was like, forget it, I'm not. Yeah. And then Sophie Campbell, she's been trying to defend this whole thing up and down, trying to pretend like it's not her fault, it's the turtles and stuff. Basically they betrayed her and all that stuff, and I'm like, no, Alex technically betrayed them. Okay. Not saying she had to like working with a shredder, but what else were they going to have to do? Not work with the shredder and then let the earth be destroyed? Like, come on. So I hated that so much. I hate how Sophie Campbell really tries to like frame Alopex like she's in the right and the turtles are in the wrong for what they did, even though what they did wasn't even that bad. Even though Shredder has done a lot more worse than them compared to Alopex. Alopex, yes, Shredder destroyed her homeland and killed her family, whatever, her Fox family. Shredder's done a lot more worse than the Turtles. Okay, he's killed them in a whole nother life, killed their mom, killed their dad, right in front of them. By the way, what else has Shredder done? Brainwashed Leonardo. Um, he gave that order about Donatello, which involved breaking his shell. That whole infamous scene with Donatello lying almost like half dead and stuff, and everybody surrounding him and stuff. Yeah, and then, by the way, Alopex was there too and saw the whole thing. Well, she didn't see the whole thing, but you know what I mean. She was there crying too over Donatello because yeah, it was that bad. You know, so I hated how like Sophie Campbell just like just acts like, oh, well, Shredder's done the most to Alopex and stuff, and we should you know just be more sensitive to her or more sympathetic to her. I'm like, no, she basically um is just being selfish in this case. But anyways, so I'm doing my own thing with that. It's not really entirely out of spite, but it's also because I just like if I could save Raphael and Alopex's relationship and like create something for myself where it would be like an official apology or something for Alopex to Raphael and give Raphael his flowers and stuff. Yeah, that would be it right there. To be fair, it's still Disney's show, so you got to be ready for the typical fairy tale, pretty much. Zoe in the revival of Louder and Prouder was treated so dirty where in one viral episode she got mistreated horribly by her friends because a black teenager actor asked her out. Yeah, that was stupid. Now I've keep in mind I don't really watch Proud Family, even the original one. I never really watched the Proud Family like that. Like I've seen like a few episodes or something like that, but I've never really like watched the Proud Family like that. Just like that. You know what I mean? But I know who you're talking about, the Zoe, the little white girl and stuff, and I know what episode you're talking about. And yeah, that was stupid too. How Zoe like her friends, and I've been hearing a lot about Penny Proud's friends and stuff, and how they're just terrible to each other. Even in the original one, like her friends are just trash. to each other. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that was stupid though. How they're like, oh well, he just likes white girls. Okay, and if he just likes white, if he wants to date white girls, or if he likes her because she's white, okay, and I'm like, if that's his own personal preference and stuff, that's his own personal preference. Like, I hate this whole idea that guys can't all of a sudden have their own dating preference or whatever. That, oh no, guys have to date certain people or whatever. Like, no, it's definitely on the table. But anyways, but yeah, that was stupid, and that was just like wow, and that was just tacky as hell, and that was completely like horribly written, mistreated, you name it. It was one hell of a fun stream. I'll probably going to watch some Robot Monkey Team episodes now. At least for Sparks teasing Nova. Yeah, that was a pretty cute relationship that Sparks and Nova had. Or they weren't really in a relationship officially, but they had feelings for each other, and then they got together at the end of the series. Which is kind of weird because I thought they were all siblings at first, like the monkeys, and then I was like, okay, I guess they're not technically siblings then, so that's fine. I felt bad for Zoe because she was just being herself, a normal teenage girl. Yeah, she was. Not to mention that Penny and Dejanay attempted to just after her this actor, even though they have boyfriends. Like, what the fuck? Yep. Yeah, I know. Like, why are you so worried about who Zoe's seeing? And you guys got boyfriends of your own. Like, come on. But yeah, that was pretty shitty. I'm like, I would never do that to any of my friends and stuff. Like, I've had like some friends and stuff or whatever, but I wouldn't be all like, oh, we were just dating. Like, nah. I'm like, I don't really care. I hope you guys are happy. That's all. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream and stuff. Thanks for coming through and whatnot. I know I've been on this little soapbox and stuff. I know I had to end that other stream on StreamYard and try out this, and this is a gamble. But this turned out a lot more better, to be honest with you. Even though the audio did cut out, so that kind of sucked. But oh well. I didn't get kicked out and stuff, and it was a little consistent. So yeah, and it wasn't as frustrating. So I guess, but I probably need to figure this one out a little bit more. But tell me down below what you guys think of the stream and whatnot or whatever. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Um, yeah, maybe I'll find some other stuff. I'll probably do an anime stream next time because I'm always talking about Ninja Turtles and Sonic and stuff, and I got to talk about other things because I'm into other things, you know. But yeah, it was much better this time. Exactly, and I'm glad to hear that too. But yeah, I'll probably do an anime stream or something next time. Maybe we could probably talk about something like Boruto or something. I know Boruto ain't a hot anime like that, but still, like Boruto or Naruto or something. I have a newfound respect for Boruto in the series, to be honest with you. But yeah, or talk about like just other animes, Eden Zero, Fairy Tale, maybe, whatever. But yeah, maybe even video games. hmm But anyways, I'll see you guys another time and stuff. Peace out. And until we meet again.